BP show is the BP show. It's the BP batting practice show with Joe and Thomas.
And welcome inside Heritage Fountain Park in the broadcast booth for the BP show today on this Family Sunday Fun Day presented by Mosquito Joe. He's Joe Facile. Presented by Mosquito Joe, yes, he is Joe Facile as well. I'm Thomas Zinzarella. Game 5 of a 6-game series between the Blue Rocks and the Renegades, the Nationals and Yankees High affiliates. And yes, it was a pretty special and a fun day at the ballpark yesterday. Carlos Rodon getting his rehab assignment in.
Yeah, it was great. Before we get into that, if anyone is wondering how smart Thomas and I are, we're sitting up here on the this suite level at the ballpark. There's some threat of some rain coming through as we were setting up, so we decided to play it safe, come inside, not let the cameras or any of the audio equipment get wet. And we consistently, as we are right now, pick the one of two rooms up on this level that does not have air conditioning to do this when we go inside. There's like 2 rooms in the whole ballpark where there's no AC. And this room is one of them. And this is where we decide to set up when it rains. It is like unbelievably humid. I've been in here for 3 minutes and I'm sweating through my shirt. It's gross. We have a little portable air conditioning unit right now, but the door is wide open because it has an exhaust that blows out hot air. We are the dumbest people alive for doing this indoors from one of 2 rooms in this ballpark that doesn't have air conditioning. What are we thinking?
It's one of those rooms that technologically it can be set up and all that as well. So
we can figure out another room.
Well, we're still waiting on the big donation from one of our many fans out there around the BP show to get us an AC unit inside here in the broadcast booth. So still waiting for that.
There's a vent right there. Like there is infrastructure somewhere. We just need to figure out how to hook it up.
I know. Hey, you're preaching to the choir here. Preaching to the choir as well. It is a little bit humid and muggy out. Obviously, if it does rain, then maybe it'll cool things down a little bit. Maybe a few sprinkles out there.
We're looking great for the game, though.
Oh, we are?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's all this little pregame. There's some stuff, like, later tonight. But, like, in the window that the game's happening, like, forecast looks great.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to. There's no think. We will. Like, this is not... Honestly, I don't think it's up for any debate looking at things that, I think we are going to be just fine for the game. And that's that. Anyway, Carlos Rodon was really good last night.
Indeed, he was. Picked up 8 strikeouts in 3 2/3 innings. I know we had over 5,000 fans at the ballpark. Was a special day yesterday. Fireworks after the game. First 1,000 fans with a beach towel giveaway. So a lot was going on in the ballpark yesterday. A lot going on today as well. But first, let's check out some of those highlights from the Renegades' 8-2 win over the Wilmington Blue Rocks. Again, Rodon making his final rehab start before he's going to rejoin the big league club down in New York. And really, that slider was the money pitch for him yesterday. A couple hard-hit balls on the fastball, goes to slider, and that's where he picked up a lot of those strikeouts.
Yeah, that was his out pitch. Meanwhile, Renegades got him a lead. Bottom of the second inning, Spencer Henson, an RBI double out to right center field, chasing home the first run of the game for the Renegades. And it would be the game we've been waiting for, the offensive explosion for Hudson Valley last night.
Indeed it was. Richardson taps it back to Alvarez, and whoops, that one sails over the first baseman Emiliani's head and down the right field line. So Richardson ends up at second. 2-0 Hudson Valley lead in the second inning. And we're trying to snap this 7-game losing skid. And not bad to have Rodon out there. Picked up a few more strikeouts here in the third and then the fourth inning. But again, ran up into his pitch count in the fourth. So ended up walking a batter, and that was it for him. But still, a lot of fans. Nice ovation he got, and perks of minor league baseball. Get to see one of the best pitchers in baseball pitch at your local ballpark. So a lot of fans happy with that. And Zach Messenger picked up 9 strikeouts across 5 innings. 18 strikeouts for Hudson Valley yesterday. Obviously one of the best strikeout teams in all of minor league baseball, second behind Chattanooga. And then they poured on a few more runs here in the 5th inning to help Messenger. Christopher Familia, an RBI single, and then would later score on a wild pitch. How about the new guys in Ramirez and Familia? playing really well to start this series.
Yeah, I mean, we just have seen a lot of contributions on both ends of the ball out of both Christopher Familia and Augustine Ramirez so far.
And that was score Familia, sacrifice fly for the next unit Vargas. Oh, there are 3 players with multi-hit, multi-RBI games as well. Henson, Vargas, and Familia, with Ramirez leading the way with 3 hits. Wilmington cut into the deficit here in the 6th inning. Fielder's choice by Darren Baker after the Nick Shumpert RBI single. But then Messenger really started to find his groove past that in the 7th inning. A couple big strikeouts here in the 7th inning and preserved the 3-run lead. And which then the Renegades scored the last 3 runs of this contest. Mentioned Familia. There's his other RBI coming on a single. And then Vargas faced it through the right side into right field. 7-2 at that point. And then the last one of the 2 sacrifice flies in the game for the Renegades. So Vargas had one. Spencer Henson with the other. Fly ball in the center field. And that would be the scoring in the ball game. Hudson Valley holding an 8-2 to lead, and why not show more strikeouts? Taking 18 punch-outs in the game. Renegades had 19 against Rome this year, which set a franchise record, so they fell just one shy of that. Clay Aguilar, strikeout to end the ball game, got the last out. And Hudson Valley snaps their 7-game losing streak with an 8-2 win over the Wilmington Blue Rocks. So again, Game 5, getting you set here today. Juan Corella against Ronnie Theophili, coming off his best ERA month in the month of June, a 2.51, and Corella as well had a really good June, looking to keep that going here in the month of July.
Yeah, Corella had an absolutely monstrous month of June and was one of many starters in the rotation who did that, but Corella especially, has really turned a corner this year for Hudson Valley and kind of taken things to the next level. The slider has been on point over the last couple of weeks, and really excited to see what he's going to be able to go out and do today against Wilmington. Team he's faced a couple of times already this year, but looking to have another strong performance here Sunday.
I mentioned some of those performances against Wilmington. He's allowed just 1 earned run in 10 1/3 innings and 2 starts. This being his 3rd against Wilmington, and just someone that can provide him depth as well. In the month of June, went 5 2/3 in all 4 of his starts. Even went 7 innings a pair of times. So. Something, obviously, the bullpen got pretty much a day off yesterday outside of Aguilar because Messenger, who was the scheduled starter, piggyback off of Rodon. So we'll see how many arms they may need today, but hopefully Corella can get him deep into the ball game again. What's going on in the ballpark? Mentioned Family Sunday Fun Day presented by Mosquito Joe's, so bring your dog to the ballpark. Kids run the bases after the game. A whole lot of fun going on. We'll hear from Mosquito Joe on the broadcast as well. Mascot Singer, obviously we had the July 4th jerseys yesterday. We're going to have them today, looking sharp. And a lot of people on social media really enjoyed them as well. Again, the hats and the jerseys you can pick up at the team store or online. I might have to get one
yeah,
for
the
myself.
replicas are only available online right now. Don't have them in stock in the team store, but if you come to the ballpark and you go to the team store, there is a QR code you can scan that'll redirect you online to where you can make that purchase. So you can physically do it, but you just can't kind of get it on. It's a whole shipping issue, but we should have those in very, very soon. And they're obviously really sharp-looking things. Also, the ones that the players are wearing going to be auctioned off at the end of the weekend and signed by the players. I have confirmation that Carlos Rodon signed his.
Okay.
So information on that will be going out at some point, I believe today. The auction information, if it isn't out already, as we're talking about it, but it goes for a great cause, local charitable organization that benefits veterans and provides them with free services. Just doing really wonderful work here locally, and it's Guardian Revival. They're a really great organization that we work with a lot, and so if you like these jerseys and you're like, I want one of the game-worn ones that my favorite player or a player that wears my favorite number, some people are more into the number, you're going to be able to go ahead and do that. And again, the information will be pushed out shortly if it isn't out already. I haven't checked Renegade social media in a couple of hours to know if it's gone out this morning or not.
I'll definitely be on the lookout, and as Joe says, definitely help benefit a great cause and pick yourself up a jersey, a signed jersey as well by one of your favorite Renegades players. Well, speaking of today, it's also World UFO Day.
What?
Happy World UFO Day. So that's we're celebrating here on the BP show. So, in honor of that, The Martian played here with Hudson Valley last year. Check out his top 5 plays from last year with the Renegades. That's next.
Temple fires fastball, corked into center field, way deep. Dominguez back on the track, pulls it in at the wall. A running catch from Jason Dominguez.
In the air, out towards right center field. Richardson and Dominguez converging. Deep in the gap, Dominguez leaps in front of the wall.
Pitch is drilled into center field. Dominguez started and steps back, leaps, makes the catch. At first, nobody out. Runner goes. Pitch, breaking ball drilled into center field right at Dominguez. Charges, makes the catch. Runner's too far off first. Dominguez hoses to first. Double play.
And the 0-1 pitch. Line drive hit to center field. Dominguez racing in on it. Sticks the glove down with a slide and makes the catch.
I gotta say, I didn't have all 5 of those being defensive plays on my bingo card.
Now you do.
I know most of his offensive heroics came on the road, and sadly, probably his best offensive game came in Wilmington, which last year didn't have video.
Yeah.
And so we don't have the highlights of him hitting homers from both sides of the plate in the same game in the last game of the season that he did September 10th of last year in Wilmington. But it happened, and if it were up to me, that or his first game where he hit a game-tying home run in the 9th inning, again, at Wilmington, those would be, my top 2 moments from Jason last year, and just some of the really, you had to appreciate Jason by watching him every day, because just the athleticism, the baseball IQ was off the charts.
Yeah.
The knowledge of the strike zone for a 19-year-old kid, also just really, really impressive. And I know he's having a little bit of a tough year up in AA with Somerset. Had a rough April, better May, rough June. But I still have no doubt that he's going to be something really special in the big leagues.
Yeah, I think you still got to remember, too, he's still just a young prospect up and coming. So, the seal of approval for Jason Dominguez. I know he had a multi-hit game yesterday as Somerset defeated the Bowie Bay Sox. Our good friend Danny Watson picked up the win and still keeps his scoreless streak rolling. I got to see where it's at again, but I mean, he hasn't allowed a run in AA since being promoted, a month ago now almost?
Yeah, he hasn't allowed a run since the end of April overall.
Yeah. Wow, impressive. And Chase Hampton got the start yesterday for Somerset, so a lot of prospects and a lot of our old friends here from Hudson Valley up there in Somerset, which you got to love to see. Obviously, we love to have him here, but ultimate goal to keep on moving up in the system as well. Also, the Black Panther uniforms, I saw that for Jason Dominguez. I think the number 2 play, I remember those. A lot of teams wore those last year, so nice look. I definitely enjoyed them as well. Let's talk about the Renegades Pick'em contest. A chance for you at home to win 2 free tickets to Renegades home game this season. Got to be in it to win it. Well, how do you play? Pick 3 position players on the Renegades active roster. Beat both Joe and myself. There's the scoring system. I haven't seen too many home runs in this series, but a couple stolen bases yesterday by the Renegades. There are the totals. I beat Joe. So let's see how everybody else did at home, because we did have a winner. Nancy Moeller, congratulations. Spencer Henson had a big game, 2 hit, 2 RBIs. And they only had a Christopher Familia, so that definitely helped.
A nice one from Grant Richardson as well, chipping in 8 points.
Yeah, and stolen base. So those are the big ones, the 5s. So thanks so much, everybody playing at home. You want to play again, just comment on Facebook or wherever you're watching before first pitch, and we'll have you on here if you win. We'll give you a shout out on the broadcast as well. And again, we'll be reaching out to you, Nancy, about those 2 tickets.
We've had a lot of winners lately. The first couple ones, we didn't have a lot of winners, but we've been having a winner pretty much every day.
Indeed. Again, Ramirez and Familia, they were promoted from Single A Tampa after the series started. So Joe and I can't change our picks once the series starts. But you at home can. So pick whoever you choose, whoever you please as well. So we're looking forward to seeing what happens in the Renegades Pick'em contest tomorrow, 6:05 first pitch. Big Independence Day fireworks. We'll have some July 4th trivia for Joe Vasile. So
we have more. Okay, what do we got?
Well, that's for tomorrow. Yeah. So we wanted to preserve it for as close to the 4th as possible. So if you're a history fan, you want to see if I can stump Joe Vasile on some maybe American Revolution trivia. Got to find out tomorrow. And obviously the Renegades Pick'em contest will be the series finale between the Nationals and the Yankees High A affiliates. But that's going to do it for the BP show today. He's Joe Vasile. I'm Thomas Cinzarella. We'll see you at first pitch on the broadcast, or we'll see you right back here tomorrow on the BP show.
BP show is the BP show. It's the BP batting practice show with Joe and Thomas.